Ubisoft's postponed Hazard Zone clone has a way of becoming a massive success that nobody is talking about. So in this video, that's what I want to talk about. What's going on, militia? Thanks so much for joining. My name is Mag and I'm glad to have you here. Today I want to discuss Ubisoft's most recently revealed FPS game called Ghost Recon Frontlines, where they announced a playtest that was supposed to take place on the 14th of this month. Basically, the game got revealed and it's incredibly similar to Hazard Zone, but with a 100-player lobby. And if you notice, Ghost Recon is in the title, which that will be an important detail, and I will get to that soon. Now, if you guys haven't heard of this game, I will link both the site of the game and the YouTube reveal trailer, where you will see a massive dislike to like ratio, and that's because once again Ubisoft is chasing a trend rather than creating a game their player base actually wants. Now allow me to further explain what I'm talking about. I first want you to ask yourself why a game like Rainbow Six Siege became a massive success. Let me tell you, it wasn't just because of a huge competitive scene or the massive streamers playing the game. It was due to the strong community surrounding the Tom Clancy name, where fans of the Tom Clancy legacy was finally getting another gritty, hardcore, SWAT-like CQB experience, or at least so we thought. If you want to know what I mean, take a look at the E3 trailer and compare it to what it is now. Not the same game, right? Additionally, look at some of the older Ghost Recon games, and again, they're not even close to what Ubisoft is claiming Ghost Recon is. But anyway, my point is, Ubisoft has spent the last few years practically ruining the Tom Clancy name with multiple lackluster iterations of the franchise. Alright, now I don't want to spend this whole video being critical of Ubisoft's business decisions, because I see a potential cash cow in the game for today's topic, and for some reason I want to help Ghost Recon Frontlines. First of all, if I were Ubisoft, I would just drop the Ghost Recon name from this title because it's misleading compared to other Ghost Recon games and it won't help them make any money. And since we're talking about money, I want to make this very clear to Ubisoft on the incredibly rare chance that they're watching this video that I know this will work and it will make them money. Now, from the information Frontlines has shown both in the video and website that I linked down in the description, it looks to be a near exact copy of what Hazard Zone is coming out with, minus the casual mode shown in the video. And I promise, if players have the choice to play either Frontlines or Hazard Zone, that I bet the majority will play Hazard Zone due to 2042 being so massive in the trending gaming industry right now, despite Frontlines being free. But never fear, I am here to tell you guys how to turn Frontlines around, and the only things that I ask are your attention and your dedication, because in order for this to work, it's going to take a lot of effort. Now, for starters, this game will have a 100-player lobby, and in my opinion, it's not a good idea due to the amount of competition that's going around right now, and I predict that this game will already have a lower player base upon launch, so going with a slightly smaller lobby size is a much better idea, and then Ubisoft can add AI and bosses to fill up the action and create a narrative. Yes, that's right, everyone, I want to turn this into a casual escape from Tarkov that I've been talking about for months, which I will have a card at the top right corner so you can watch my video on my casual Tarkov idea that's missing in the shooter industry. Alright, so I know I probably freaked some of you guys out for suggesting such an insane idea, but if you guys think about it, there is a huge market out there for a casual escape from Tarkov, and we now know that Hazard Zone will not fill that in the shooter world. And keep in mind that Tarkov is only on PC. If Ubisoft were able to do this, that would mean that this would be the first FPS game that would be in this Tarkov format, and it would also be free. Whereas if you really want to get into Tarkov, you not only have to buy a PC, but you also have to buy into the game, and depending on the different editions, the one that's really worth it in Tarkov is above $100 for the Edge of Darkness edition. But anyway, I first want you guys, if you haven't watched my previous video where I discussed Hazard Zone versus Escape from Tarkov, I will have a card at the top right with a link to that video, because it also applies to this video in terms of differences and similarities that helps explain what makes Tarkov's game loop so successful. Now, I'm fine with going in-game to collect intel as a specific task to earn something for some type of progression, but making intel gathering as a primary goal is not a long-term drive for most players. The reason why players get so attached to Tarkov is because when you go into a match and you collect gear that stays with you in your stash after you extract, it gives you that sense of purpose and progression that symbolizes what you have worked for and overcome, and Frontlines absolutely can do this. Because if you take a look at some previous Ghost Recon games in the franchise, there is more than enough guns and attachments to put into this game, and there's even traders set up in Breakpoint, and they even already had it set up to where you can go up and buy your own gear. So why not take all of these different puzzle pieces and put it into this final picture in order to create the casual Tarkov experience that's not only free but also on all platforms. This type of casual escape from Tarkov experience where you get loot, you go out and you do different types of tasks, and then you also create some sort of a hideout with a firing range and a gun bench of sorts that you can show off to your friends will 100% be profitable. And if you break down what makes a game successful, especially a free-to-play game, you first have to get people's interest, and then you not only have to get it, but you have to keep people playing. And in order to do that, you have to give them a reason to keep coming back, and then only then will they have the reason to spend money on cosmetics and show off their players' progress. Changing Frontlines to this, where there is currently practically no interest, in creating a casual escape from Tarkov experience where thousands of players would have loved Tarkov to be more casual in the first place, then making it on all platforms and making it free to play will fill a gaping hole of what is missing in the shooter world. Battlefield won't do this because frankly they don't need to, even though I think it's a mistake. However, Frontlines will inevitably fail, and if nobody is willing to put in the work to create this innovative product at Ubisoft, then another company will create this type of experience, and I know it will be a massive success, and then they will reap the rewards. Now, the only reason why I talk about this topic so often is just because I know it's going to be massively successful, and I'm just trying to spread the awareness. I know I'm a small creator, and this video probably won't reach the people over at Ubisoft without some help. So if anyone wants a casual escape from Tarkov experience that I'm talking about that's not only on every platform, but it's also free to play, then you need to like and comment down below with some of your thoughts, and then share this video to anyone that might feel the same, and I'd love to discuss these ideas further. Now, if you guys did enjoy or want to be part of the militia, then show me those skills and one tap those YouTube targets down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Take care, militia. Bye. Ubisoft's postponed Hazard Ubisoft's postponed Hazard Zone clone. Ubisoft's postponed Ubisoft's postponed Hazard Zone clone. Ubisoft's postponed Hazard Zone clone. Oh my god, this is harder than I thought. You guys better like this video for this.